And that's what I recommend a lot of my clients as well. Like a lot of people think that they need this extravagant setup and lighting and equipment and really good quality videos to be able to make sales, but that's not really true. Like all you need is to be able to share your story and be okay with sharing your fails as well as your success. And that's where you slowly connect with people. And that's where you see the results as well.
Welcome to the Business Ownership Podcast, brought to you by Awareness Strategies, helping you navigate the waters between entrepreneurship and ownership. Hey there, peeps. This is Michelle Nedlick, and I'm super glad that you're here with us today because I'm here with my most amazing guest, Sucheta. Thank you so much for being here today.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
Hey, so give everybody the highlight of who you are and a little bit about your business.
Definitely. I'm the founder of The Grounded Creative. We offer branding and content creation services for people who are the face of their brand. We help people transform the way they show up online and everything else from branding, web design, as well as creating graphics for your posts.
Nice. I love it. So how did you get into personal branding as a thing?
I actually had a food business. I launched a food business in my third year of university. It was called Arise and Go. And because it was in the midst of the pandemic and I had a lot of free time on my hands, I actually designed everything myself, designed the website, the content, things like that. And since then, I've just been helping a lot of business owners do the same.
Nice. I love it. So when it comes to personal branding, what have you noticed that people tend to do wrong? Let's start there.
The biggest thing I've noticed is people try to copy others. And the whole point of personal branding is to show up as your authentic self and share your authentic story, because that's what people resonate to. That's what people ultimately, convert with. But a lot of people compare themselves or compare their first month to someone's 10 years and try to be basically someone who's very established, who's had everything already figured out, with a completely different story. So yeah, my number one thing that I notice is, or number one thing that I would recommend people stop doing is to just stop being like other people and focus on your own story and showing up in your own authentic style.
Nice. I love that. And when it comes to people finding their own authentic style, because a lot of them, like, they may not know what that means. And they're like, yeah, but I want to sound that way. Yeah, but I want to look that way. Yeah, but there's a lot of yeah buts going on. So
Yeah,
what do you say to them when it comes to that? To
it's a lot of asking why. A lot of asking, okay, but why do you want to sound like that? What is the reason behind it? Is it because you are, going to look good to your target audience, or is it because you're going to look just like your competitor and your competitor is doing really well in the industry? So really tapping into the why and figuring out the reasoning behind, why someone wants to sound a certain way or be a certain way or show up a certain way. I actually offer a one-on-one strategy session where we dive deep into really figuring out your target audience first, really figuring out your story, and then combining everything with the services and offerings that you're providing people and creating a style that is sustainable for you.
Nice. I love that. And when I think a lot of people also do is they'll compare, they'll go, oh yeah, I want to go on to TV, but they've been on TV for 10 years. They've maybe a degree in broadcasting. Like, there's a whole lot that when it comes to comparing oneself to others, that becomes super dangerous, and we just can't do it. So is there any kind of tricks that you offer your clients on, one, how to get over themselves on that, and two, like, do you tell them to go and do video 6 times and just to get over it? Or like, what are some of the things that they can do to relax when it comes to the need to be perfect?
Yeah, definitely. I think the biggest thing is also understanding that people don't connect with perfect. People actually connect with real and human. At the end of the day, like, if you really think about the brands you're working with, the local, the hardy brands that you support, there's a reason why, right? There's a reason why you buy from them and continuously support them. So really tapping into that as someone who is also creating content and someone who is also a business owner is very important, because then you can just humanize yourself within your content. You can show up as yourself with your flaws, you know, explain stories where you messed up and what you learned from them. And that actually boosts the trust between you and your customers. And that's what I recommend a lot of my clients as well. Like, a lot of people think that they need this extravagant setup and lighting and equipment and really good quality videos to be able to make sales, but that's not really true. Like, all you need is to be able to share your story and be okay with sharing your fails as well as your success. And that's where you slowly connect with people. And that's where you see the results as well.
Thanks. So when it comes to personal branding, do people like, are they creating video and content just for themselves and their business? Is it for social media? Do they have to be omnipresent? What's your take on any or all of those questions? I know there was about 6 questions in there.
Yeah. So this is more of like, what is your target audience into and what is sustainable for you? I think one thing people usually focus on is the target audience aspect. Like, oh, this got a lot of views, let me recreate this again and again. But you end up burning out and you're not able to produce that high level content a lot, like again and again throughout the week consistently. So really thinking about sustainability as well and what you can provide your target audience is very important as well, because you don't want to burn out. If you burn out, then you're not able to go back in and, you know, create consistently again. So really think about what's sustainable for you. Is it easier and sustainable for you to actually just prop up your phone and record yourself while you're answering emails and having chats and then, you know, pulling clips from that and posting it throughout the day? Or is it easier for you to just have a tripod set up, sit down for 5 minutes and just share what you're working on today and what challenges you faced as a business owner? What is easier? What is sustainable? What can you do on a daily basis? If you aren't comfortable with doing video, or you are someone who's very on the go all the time, and you're looking for support, maybe you can work with someone like me where, you know, I come in, I give you prompts. All you have to do is just record, send it all to me. I'll do the editing, I'll do the captioning, music, everything, and it gets posted, right? So it's less work on your end and I'll do all the dirty work for you. So yeah, it's just really figuring out like what is sustainable for you, how much you can put in before you get on the verge of burning out.
I love that. And I love the idea of just recording when you get an email. So if you were to send an email and go, here, just, you know, record your answer to all these questions and then send it to me. That's brilliant. That's great.
A lot easier.
A great way to, right? Absolutely, it is. So who would you say are your favorite clients to deal with, or who do you tend to, who is attracted to you the most?
Definitely. I love working with people who are the face of their brands. So this isn't a particular industry. It's more of just people who, you know, like making connections with other business owners and work B2B, B2C. It's people who are, again, their personality shines through their business, shines through their online presence. And I just want to help them transform that.
Nice. Love it. So what would you say is your favorite part of your business other than transforming them?
I think connecting with people, like genuinely being able to meet people from different paths of life. I work from people who are coaches to people who are, you know, product-based businesses. And it's really cool learning about different stories and where people come from and how they got to this certain point. And then also just, again, like being able to help them share that with the world as well.
Nice. If you know of one, and you may not, that's okay. Is there any client that was particularly kind of terrified or not kind of getting out there, and that you help them to, like, either the biggest transformation or one of the most interesting stories that they didn't think was a story?
Yes, I had a client who felt like, you know, they, again, needed a lot of equipment, had to have a script ready and just be on for the camera for them to, you know, create content and then post it and then get the sales. But that's not how it works, honestly. They thought that, you know, they need like high-tech photos of their products because they also have a product-based business, like they are also selling a product. But I said, you know what, like your business has so much story into it. You're also focused on culture and bringing that culture to Canada through this product. So let's do this. Let's just create clips of you at the commercial kitchen when you're preparing the product, when you're packaging the product. Just have the camera up and recording. don't even worry about like how you look like, don't worry about the external noises. I will, fix it all up. I will edit it all up and just send me those videos. And it's made it so much easier for them to just show up and not feel so like on for the camera. They're just being in the content, and it's doing a lot better. Yeah.
Nice. I love that. So when it comes to somebody's business, what would you say most people struggle with? Is it the being on camera? Is it like, what are they going, oh my God, I need you so badly?
I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and it was like just a sentence that someone said that personally really helped me. And I was like, you know what? I like, this is a reason why I feel like a lot of my clients also feel like so resonated with me. And it said, your self-worth impacts your net worth. And that is so true, especially as, an entrepreneur and a business owner. You can really see it reflect that. So I think that's where my work comes in terms of educating people about strategy and educating people about how to find that trust that it will work out and it will give you the results. As long as you're willing to show up. You don't have to be perfect. You can definitely be a work in progress. You don't have to be someone who, like, you don't have to be a different personality, is what I'm trying to say. You don't have to act a certain way and be this different person. You can simply just be yourself. And the more you can find confidence in that, the more results you will see. And yeah, that's just what the quote reminded me of as well. Like, it just, when you're focused on your self-worth and impacting that, you will see your net worth grow as well. So yeah, I don't know if that kind of answers your question. I'm going in a tangent here, but
absolutely. No, that's a great answer. I love it. So what are some of the things that people kind of should know about either you or your industry? What sets you apart from others, or what kind of questions should people be asking when they're looking for somebody assistance like yours?
Work with someone who understands where you're coming from. There's a lot of people offering a similar service to me, and that's amazing. I love to see that because a lot of business owners are looking for the support. But really browse and look for someone who understands your story, your pain points, your target audience's pain points. And yeah, try to work with someone who can figure out how to share your message in a very authentic and on-brand way for you. That is the biggest thing I would suggest. Yeah.
Nice. I love it. So give us another example of a Cinderella story of one of your clients.
A Cinderella story of one of my clients. Am I the fairy godmother?
Basically, yeah, you are.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah, again, just somebody that, was struggling and what they were going through and what they were struggling with, and how you kind of brought them to fruition.
Yeah, so I've had a client who has a lot of ideas that they want to share, but they're a solopreneur and they are also working another job, also a mom. So just have a lot on their plate. But they want to share these ideas. They want to get these ideas out there. They're not scared to be on camera. They're, very loud and proud about what they want to share with the world. They just don't have the time. So when we met, it was very much just, hey, I'm looking for support, but I have like a very busy schedule. I don't even know if I have time to even support you and answer questions for you. I just need someone to help me get the work done. But a lot of work that I do is very much like, I need to work with you one-on-one before the work can go out, right? Because again, like, you are in the content, you are in the videos, you are in the graphics. So with her, it was me actually. She was in my like work radius, so I was like, you know what, I will come down to you and we'll sit down for 3 hours. We're going to have the camera on and I'm just going to ask you questions and you're going to answer these questions for 3 hours. I will record everything and then I will cut that into short clips, and that will be content for the rest of the month for you. How does that sound? And for her, this was life-changing. She was like, yes, like, give me, like, sign me up right now. And yeah, it's been wonderful since then. Like, now we've gotten like a handle on things, and I just send her the prompts, and she's one of the clients who actually just has like the email ready. She'll answer all the questions, send it all over to me, and it's ready to go once I edit it.
Nice. I love it. So do you happen to have a favorite question that you like to ask people?
My favorite question is, what was the highlight of your day? I usually ask people this because I feel like we're very focused on like, oh, this didn't go right, or that didn't go right, or that person cut me off in traffic, or my coffee was too bitter today, just whatever it is. I feel like our brain is really good at noticing the errors throughout the day, and ignoring all the good things that happen. So I usually ask people like, what was your highlight today?
I love it. And if everybody's giving kind of the negativities of what's going wrong in their day on their social media platform, we don't want to avoid that, but again, we want to have some of the highlights.
Yeah, just balance it out a little bit.
Nice, love it. So I know our listeners are going to want more from you. How did they start their journey with you?
Just find me online. My email is info@thegroundedcreative. My website is thegroundedcreative.com. Instagram, socials, everything is @thegroundedcreative. Basically, you search it up, you will find me.
Nice. And start with a discovery call with you to find out kind of what's going on for them and how you might be able to help them in their business.
Yep, I'm very responsive on all platforms, so feel free to DM me, or we can book a call as well.
Nice. I love it. We of course will have all your notes or all your links in the show notes. So peeps, just scroll down, get all the connect on LinkedIn, find out the website, all that kind of fun stuff. I love it. Nice. So at what point in life did you know that you were a special kind of crazy enough to think that you could become an entrepreneur?
Every morning.
Great answer.
Every morning I have to be like, oh, I'm doing this. Yeah, I'm doing this. I actually didn't end up going to school. Well, not school, sorry. I didn't end up going to corporate right after graduating from school. Most of my peers did. Most of my peers decided to go back to school or decided to take up a job. I was like, you know what? Like, I am gonna try living at my parents' house and just grow a business and see how that goes. And honestly, it's going amazing. But every day, I have to really sit down with myself and support myself, and also just be my biggest like cheerleader that, hey, we're doing this. It's happening. We're being active today.
Nice. You are doing it. You're doing awesome at it. I love it. Excellent. So you have been absolutely awesome. Any last words for our peeps?
Honestly, for anyone who is listening or watching, I just want to tell you, like, you bring so much to the table. You have a very specific story to tell. So don't try to be like other people. Don't try to hide, try to share that story loud and proud, and you will see the results. You will see that other people will find you interesting. Trust me. All you have to do is get out of your way and just give it a shot.
I love it. Sucheta, thank you so much for your time being here. I appreciate it, and I know how valuable it is.
Thank you so much for having me, Michelle. It was lovely talking to you.
Awesome. Peeps, thank you for being here with us today. I'm Michelle Nedelec. Be sure to subscribe to the show and share it with your friends. We love helping entrepreneurs grow.
Are you running a business over 7 figures but still struggling with technology headaches? Pay attention, you do not want to miss this offer. This podcast episode is brought to you by Awareness Strategies, who is offering a custom-built digital adoption roadmap for anyone running a business over 7 figures who's wanting to grow their business in the next 5 years. And it's not just a roadmap, they offer full implementation as well if that scares the out of you. Check out awarenessstrategies.com/roadmap for more details today. The link's in the show's notes. Don't regret not doing this. Do it now. That's awarenessstrategies.com/roadmap.